Hey guys, Indigo Eclipse here, and I wanted to make a video to talk about auras. I've been seeing a lot of posts on social media where people want their auras read, and I personally don't mind helping people, find out what color their auras are, but why not learn to read your own auras? And also, if you are wanting somebody to do an aura reading for you, please don't use filters. That makes it incredibly difficult to do an accurate reading. So if you're wanting your aura read and you're going to take a picture, make sure you do it against some sort of like neutral colored wall. That would make the process a lot easier. But you guys can all learn to read your own auras. It takes a little practice for some people. Some people it just naturally comes to. And once they learn to tune into that, it's very easy for them. But some of us, it takes a little work and practice to be able to see auras. One of the exercises I've used to be able to tune into that energy more easily is I take my hands and I put them against some sort of neutral colored background, black, white, something where you could see the colors. And I bring them together and I relax my vision, and you'll start to see your aura around your fingertips. And sometimes it takes a while to be able to do that. But keep practicing. It does work. It'll help you tune into seeing those energies. There are so many different ways you can do it. You can even stand in front of a mirror and focus on the area around your head and start practicing on tuning into that, seeing that energy. So start trying to practice that. And at first you may not see anything at all. It may take a while. Some people might instantly just be able to tune into that, but practice makes perfect, right? So some of the colors, I'm going to go over some of the color meaning of the auras. Oh, and real quick, keep in mind, when you first start seeing auras, you may not be able to see colors yet. That may take you a while to develop that skill, but keep practicing. Don't get discouraged. You'll get there. So I'm going to go ahead and start with pink. So people who have a pink aura are usually very generous, loving, kind, and compassionate. And there are negative side effects that come with each of these colors. So for somebody who has a pink aura, one of the negative sides of that could be that they put other people before themselves. And so they don't really practice very good self-care or boundaries, and they can get run down very easily. Red, people who have very strong red auras usually have a lot of passion for life. They are very ambitious. They have a lot of courage. Also, one of the negative side effects of that could be they may be perfectionists. They may have anger issues. They may be very irritable. Orange. People with an orange aura are usually very confident and optimistic, creative, emotionally balanced. But some of the negative aspects may be that they're irritable. Sometimes they can be lazy, or sometimes they can be very self-indulgent. People with yellow auras are usually very happy, very optimistic, very friendly, very intellectual. A lot of them have a lot of patience and self-control, but they can suffer from, they could be very lazy or careless or fearful. And people with green auras, they're usually very peaceful. They may be naturally inclined to healing. They are usually very balanced and harmonious. A lot of times they participate in a lot of charity work, and they usually just have a lot of unconditional love. But sometimes with the green aura, some of the negative, what it could be showing is they have jealousy issues, or they may be very materialistic, selfish, jealous. So keep in mind when you're reading auras that it can go two ways. And sometimes it's a mixture of the both. People with blue auras are usually very intuitive, very loyal, very wise, very have a lot of empathy, and are very artistic. But they can also be having a blue aura because they're moody. They could be down. They could be depressed. They could be lonely. People with violet auras could be very creative, imaginatively connected. They're usually very connected to the spiritual or astral side of things. But they can be selfish and spiteful, you know. So those are just some of the examples. So with each color, and there are much more colors that show up in auras. With each color, those are just some of the things that can go with them on the positive and negative side. They can mean so much more. And keep in mind that a lot of times your auras will connect with a chakra. So, excuse me, if you're having like muddy colors that associate with this chakra, usually that means that chakra is not balanced and it's not working correctly and it needs to be balanced. There's a whole thing I can go into, like, you know, black spots on your aura could be related to trauma, physical or emotional, that could be manifesting in the way your energy flows. So there's so many things. It can be linked, the dark spots can be linked to illness, you know, the muddy colors can also be linked to illness. So it's just a whole big world. And I'm talking about dominant colors because you have more than one color in your aura. But when you first start seeing colors of auras, you're most likely going to see that person's dominant color. Don't expect to see the whole range right at the beginning. That takes some time. I just wanted to give you guys a little basic intro into what some of the colors mean. There's so much more in the world of auras, and there are so many different colors that can be in auras. But I want you guys to start practicing. If you need to use the mirror technique, look at your hands. There's so many different ways. Research some ways and find one that works for you to help you start tuning into that energy. Anybody can learn to read auras. So I want you guys to practice. So I hope you found this helpful. This was Indigo Eclipse. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe leave some comments. I will be making many more videos. I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.